Hi, everyone. This is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled It's Okay to Start Over. So, in 2008, my granny, Mildred from Georgia, she ended up passing away. And she passed away. I went down for the funeral. At that time, I didn't see my family for like 14 years. And so I ended up saying and I felt so at peace or at home in Georgia. So I was like, man, I'm gonna live down here. Now, mind you, she passed away around now. So she passed away in April. And I believe in June, I was there. And, no, actually I spent my birthday there. So like a month later, I ended up, moving to Georgia. And lo and behold, but before I could leave, one of my mom's friends was telling me, it's like, don't be afraid to come back. If you have to come back, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to start over, this, that, and the third, right? So lo and behold, I stayed down in Georgia for like 3 months, came back around August, right before school, because at the time I ended up quitting school. I quit college, I quit my job, all that, and I moved myself down there or whatever. So anyway, it only lasted for 3 months. Okay, so then I'm like, man, I didn't know what God had planned at all. So I ended up having to come back. Long story short, got my job back, went back to school. Cool, no problems. But I was basically somewhat lost. A year later, my grandmother, she was up here, my grandma Dorothy, she ended up teaching me how to make pillows. So this was like in 2009. And so I made pillows, and I made pillows for about 10 years. And so around 2019, it seems like it probably is even more, but 10 years later, God was touching me to basically stop making pillows. And I'm like, man, I was making pillows. I'm telling you the same thing. Like, this is the encouragement I'm trying to give you as well. I did not want to do it. I didn't, because I'm like, man, I just invested 10 years into making these pillows and getting them perfected and this, that, and the third and all this stuff. And God told me to let it go. And to basically focus on this side of Worthy, Worth It, and Priceless, and not the pillows and all the other stuff. And so anyway, I said all that to say this. A lot of times God will have you let go of something that you want to hold on to. But it's to better you, not to harm you. God knows what he has placed on the inside of you and what he needs you to do. We don't know everything has been placed inside of us. I know that had I continued making pillows, I'd probably be in debt, because although I could make money from them, to be perfectly honest, I really wasn't. I had my friend, God bless her, Sophia. No matter what I made, or I have a friend, but either way, Sophia, every time I made something or made up a new product or new pillows, whatever, she has always been a supporter of mine. But for the most part, no matter what, people will sit up there and they'll like it and this, that, and the third. But had I continued down that path, that would definitely been a hobby. And that's basically what it was. It was a hobby. But the thing about it is, I thought I was going to be an interior decorator, not any of this. And so that's the thing. You don't know what God has placed on the inside of you. Don't be like the band on the Titanic. Now, I understand that they couldn't get on the boat, but for the most part, don't be the band still playing on a sinking ship. If God is giving you a life raft, take the life raft and don't worry about what other people might say, what people might do, or anything like that. And don't worry about any of that, because it's your journey with God. You have one life, and he's called you to do something, and he needs you to do it. And think about it, it's not even for you that you're doing it. you're doing it for someone else. That's how God is. He uses people to help others. So if he's telling you to go somewhere, it's for your benefit. And I know that you may not want to start over, or you may not want to do it again. And you might be thinking about what other people might say, or you basically don't know what's going to happen. But realize that on that road, God is not telling you to stop something if he doesn't have greater for you. And then I'm going to tell you too, right before I ended up quitting, or right after I ended up quitting making pillows and all that other stuff, what happened? COVID. So if I would have continued making pillows, I would have definitely been broke, because at the end of the day, COVID hit. No one could go anywhere. And then I couldn't go get fabric. I couldn't go get anything. So at the end of the day, if God is moving you in another direction, it's definitely for your protection. So go in the way that God is calling you to go. He loves you, he cares for you, and he's not going to tell you anything that's going to harm you. So with that being said, always know you have worth, you have value. God loves you, I love you, and it is okay to start over. Always know that you are worthy, worth it, and priceless. Until next time, bye.